So, hi everyone. This is Moses Kemibaro on the Pure Digital Passion podcast. I'm here with Belinda, who's my first guest from Tanzania. I'm here with Belinda at the Vodacom. They have a very Vodacom Tanzania have a very nice studio, so we're doing this in a proper studio for the very first time. And I'm so delighted at the opportunity to talk to Belinda, who's in charge of digital care here at Vodacom Tanzania. So, karibu sana, Belinda.
Asante, Moses. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So, Belinda, maybe you can first start off by telling us your full name, your story, where you're coming from, where you've been, what you've been doing, and also tell us a little bit more about, this, the moment that you're in right now, digital care, Vodacom Tanzania. We've been in 20 months of this pandemic. Let's hear your backstory, and then also tell us a little bit more about what you do here.
All right. Thank you, Moses. So my name is Belinda Jubilant Wera.
Jubilant.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, Jubilant Wera. I am from Kilimanjaro.
So the Arusha people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arusha, Kilimanjaro is like neighboring.
Does that mean you're Mchaga?
Yes, I'm Mchaga.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a twin.
You're a twin?
Yeah,
Wow.
There's something special about me because so I move in twos. In most places, that's how I believe in the power of people, because I don't know how to do anything alone. Like, I believe, yes, you have superpowers, but you're better if you're supported.
You work closely with other people.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so my background, I've been that child who is known to go against the odds every now and then. You know, that girl who is always in the middle of boys growing up, and being asked why, that girl who would go and open the car and see what is inside, one that would climb up trees and
no way, were you a tomboy?
not really, but I until I fell at some point, and thankfully I didn't break any bones, but
You're fearless.
Yeah, or maybe let's say I do it afraid.
You're adventurous.
Yes.
You're adventurous. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Also want to take opportunities as they present themselves. Hence, me talking to you today, just after the lecture.
Yeah, so guys, what happened here is that I'm here at Vodacom. I did a session on digital transformation for the Vodacom team, and I told them, and that was a shameless plug, that I do have a podcast and I'm looking for content, seeing that I'm in Tanzania and at the largest telecoms company here, and she volunteered to be on my podcast. So thank you very much, Belinda, for agreeing to do so, and here we are.
Yeah, so I believe in the power of saying yes. Started off in communications. I love to talk. I used to believe I would get a lot of money talking.
Is that what you studied in university?
Yes,
Okay.
I did my bachelor's in public relations and marketing, and then I got an opportunity to work at the East African Community headquarters in Arusha, traveled extensively around Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. Then later I just felt unfulfilled. I felt like there's more that I could do, and I wanted to be where people are. So when I saw an opportunity at Vodacom to lead the training team, I went for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so transitioned from communications to now people development. And in that, I've done quite a number of things within the Vodacom space. I came in to learn.
Okay.
Again, I told myself initially I'm going to be here for only 3 years. And looking at, the time it takes to graduate from something. So I was open-minded when I was also given the role to do quality assurance.
Okay.
So I did that as well.
Okay.
From there was the digital team, I think, had just already was beginning in that space. So I was looking at training and quality assurance. So we do training for digital. What is digital? What is social media? Now our customers are there. So
It's for the entire workforce at Vodacom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I was there for a number of years, and now purely doing digital care and automation. So looking after self-care, what customers can do to help themselves, because that was also from insights. People don't want to call you all the time. Can I do it myself? I don't want to wait in a queue.
Yeah, the self-service aspect.
Yes, self-service. And also the chatbot.
Okay, tell us more about that. I'm excited to hear more about the chatbot.
That is quite interesting. Like I told you, most of these things I would say I stumble into them.
Okay.
So I learn as I go. I started off the DigiCare and automation role last year through the pandemic.
Wow.
And
which is perfect timing, I guess.
A perfect timing because now people cannot go to shops anymore.
Yeah.
It's either call or, reach out through the social media channels that we have. We've seen a number of customers coming in now, transitioning between the call and self-service.
Okay.
And also the chatbot. The struggle now is to ensure that we understand how to make the bot intelligent enough to speak the customer language. Tanzania, mostly we speak 98% of our customers speak Kiswahili. So ensuring that and you would know that most of the languages configured for bots are not Kiswahili.
So the unique challenges, right?
Yeah, so challenge around that space, but also we understand that as we are building the bot and making sure that they're intelligent enough to communicate, different things mean different things.
Yes.
Yeah, so somebody could come with a slang language to mean X, but then now we need to constantly upskill ourselves with what customers are saying, how are they saying, how are they presenting the problem, so that as we configure the chatbot, we ensure that the experience is seamless, that they wouldn't know that they're talking to.
They get an intelligent response that understands the context of what they're asking. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've seen some growth in also the size of the team, because that is where the company is growing. We're moving from a normal telco to a technology company. So digital is where we are, I would say. It's not where we're going. That's where we are already there.
Okay.
So I saw my team increasing in numbers. So working together, making sure that our self-care portfolio is growing. We also introduced voice biometrics.
Yes, okay. This is the Sauti
Pass.
Yes, I saw that, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's under my portfolio as well, where customers can go and use their voice as their password. And yeah, because again, human nature, the easiest the possible. I don't want to wait, I don't want to type, can I just say it,
and it verifies me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has been my journey, jumping from one thing to another, but it has been an exciting journey for me.
And this is all in a span of, what did you say, 7 years?
7 years.
So you've been here a fair bit of time. I mean, but you've gone again from the comms to training and now customer care, or rather digital care, as it were.
Yes.
So maybe you can share with us, I mean, within this journey, I'm just trying to understand, I mean, because the pandemic's been with us approximately 20 months, give or take, and you're very much in the middle of it. Vodacom is the largest, mobile network in this country. Are there things that you could say you saw or picked up that impacted the nature and the intensity of digital care that Vodacom had to implement to accommodate the pandemic realities? I mean, maybe you can share with us over the last 20 months some of the initiatives, the activities, the new practices you've had to adopt, maybe the new technologies in addition to the chatbot that you've had to put into place, not to mention processes and people, to really be compatible with the pandemic vis-a-vis digital care.
Okay, so we have been, for the past 20 months, I can say, heavily focusing on education.
At the consumer level?
At the consumer level.
Okay.
We have a very strong campaign called the Nirahisi too. So how it is easy for customers to help themselves or use our products.
Okay.
Because we understand when someone comes, they're coming from a point of frustration where they don't know or they don't understand. So we took it upon us to explain the digital channels, what is happening in that space.
Okay.
Because we already had foundations in place, we had platforms in place, but they were low in numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do now is really educating, even as they call. We always remind to say, well, yeah, you can do this. Yes, we can see that you have a smartphone. Next time, for easier access, you can actually do it yourself, or you can just, engage with us on social media, or as the customer is waiting in the queue. So those are some of the things we had to do, and we've seen great value in that. Also tap into the automation and what it can help us as we communicate with customers. So let's say people who do wrong transactions. If it's already resolved and they've already gotten a refund, or there's going to be a delay, so then don't have to call us. We proactively inform. So proactive care during this pandemic season, understanding that, you know, people are already in dismay, so we shouldn't add into their frustration. So proactive care for us as a business came in very handy.
There's a word you used over there that I really like, automation. You know, when you're talking about automation, are you primarily talking about the chatbot, or are there other elements of automation that digital care utilizes to serve the customer better?
We are using, I'm talking about other platforms to do that. So there's automation in two fronts. It can be something that we do that impacts the customer directly. So that would be something, say, a process that used to take 48 hours because people are doing it. Now we have a chatbot or maybe a robot doing it, and it takes 50% of the time. And we also have some processes that for employees, that you'd come in the morning, you have to do this thing, and it's monotonous and it takes longer. Why don't the bot? So the automation is really purely robotics process automation, which also conducts processes for employees and customers. So there are some things that we simplify simply because we have automated those items.
So as digital care becomes more central to, I guess, Vodacom strategy, and you said it that you're moving away from being just a telecoms business to being a technology solutions business. And I think, you know, the right apt term nowadays, we call it digital transformation, is what's happening here. From a digital care standpoint, you know, where do you see, you know, Vodacom Tanzania going in the next 2 to 5 years? You know, what sort of roadmap are you seeing in terms of how this will become more and more important to the business?
Well, I want to think this is as part of our purpose for the planet. We not only want to be the number one digital preferred, but also one that is doing things around digital which are impacting the community. So graduating from just purely service to offering products that would serve a normal Tanzanian with a business or just an individual, as being it a startup or a big enterprise. So offering solutions, digital solutions that and that are of everyday use for people.
Okay, so that could be anything from, I imagine, you know, innovations maybe around mobile money and M-Pesa. It could also be, as a business, looking at, you know, down the road, maybe going into things like a super app that has multiple ways of serving the customer,
Definitely.
I imagine,
Definitely.
and so forth. Yeah, and I think also I would want to also understand, you know, what do you think are some of the key differentiators between how Vodacom does digital care and, dare I say, maybe some of the other competitors? I will not name them, but I'm just curious to understand, like, you know, because you are the market leader, you clearly have a reputation for service excellence. I remember walking through your office here and I could see reminders that service and the customer is a focal point of this business.
Yes.
What do you think are some of the ways that you differentiate yourselves from a digital care standpoint from the other people or businesses that you compete with in the marketplace?
Yeah, I think some of the things we do for us is ensuring we get it right first time. Because, well, I think I would speak for you and me to say that our patience level has gone from 100 to a very deep dive, you know. So trying to make sure that things work, that our systems are more stable, that when we say we will do this, we actually deliver. And for customers, that is what they want. We deliver on the value.
Yeah.
So yes, they would be paying for something, but is there value in what they're paying? The quality of the network, the quality of the service, be it in the shops or any contact channel that they contact with us. So we are always looking at what our customers are saying and doing or delivering that. So that is what would set us apart. When we look at other parameters, maybe you'd say fair and square, it's technology, it's a product, but the quality of people, staff, the trainings that we get internally to ensure that we understand the customer of today really sets us apart from competition.
So it sounds to me like inherently at the core of the brand is this sense of listening
Yes.
to the customer and then anticipating their needs, creating the products, the services, the processes that are going to result in a superior customer experience, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, Belinda, thank you so much. That was a wonderful opportunity for us to catch up and you to share a little bit about Vodacom's digital care and what you're doing going forward. For me, I think I'm just really delighted you could be on our podcast today. And I want to wish you the best. And I hope we have an opportunity to have more conversations as I see that, Vodacom Tanzania is also looking at, transforming its business into becoming a fully fledged, technology or digital solutions business and not just a telco. Asante sana.
Thank you, Moses. It's been a pleasure.